is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Hey, Robert, how you doing, man?
Yes, good, and thank you for taking my call. I wanted to let you know that I've been a subscriber for a couple of years, just different members of your team, and I really enjoy it. But really the reason I'm calling is to express my sincerest gratitude for you providing that information yesterday on the small business grant. I'm a small business owner and primary breadwinner for my family, and if I can get that money, it's going to really mean a lot to my family. So
that's awesome.
Thank you for taking the time to do that.
No, well, listen, man, we appreciate you growling and prowling with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tommy O'Brien, coming to you live from TFNN just after 3 p.m. on Friday. We got 53 minutes left to go until the closing bell. And can markets hold on to the gains? It's been quite a buy the dip. Pre-market, 65.71. We'll get to the Dow in a moment. S&P's 65.71, and we're approaching session highs above 6,700. We're up by 0.6%. And yeah, on a weekly basis, folks, pretty remarkable in terms of the volatility we've had, that you're coming in. And right now you have highs of the week at 67.66. We're at 67.06 right now, and we are almost 140 points. And you take a look at the daily volume. This is options expiration, okay? And we've already done 1.75 million contracts on the S&Ps. We're going to get some volume in the last hour. NASDAQ 100, we've already done 670,000 contracts. You only did 727,000 yesterday. So big day across the board. NASDAQ up by 178 points, up 0.7%, just above 25,000. The Dow 46,449. The Dow, talk about a run. I think we're approaching about 850 Dow points. Where were we at the lows? About 45,600. Yeah, there it is. About 850 Dow points off the low. Up 286 in the Russell, continuing to underperform. Russell off by 0.8%. Crypto having a tough week, and it persists. Bitcoin, we bounce off the low, but you're talking about 106,000 and change for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's off 1.5%. Ethereum is off 0.9% right now. And we jump to yields. So with it being a risk-on environment from the lows that we had overnight, yeah, yields have climbed back, and we got a 10-year just above 4% right now. Let's pull it up exactly. Yeah, barely. You actually round it to 4%. So you get the 10-year right now at 4%. Let's see where we hit. I think we might have gotten to about 3.94 pre-market. Yeah, exactly. 3.94, 3.93 and change. So yields under pressure. We almost hit 3.93. We're trading right now at 4%. The dollar, with a little bit of increased yield from the overnight session, we're at 98.42. And gold, one of the stories of the day. Now, boy, we got some volume in this gold contract, folks, to the downside. You better watch out for you gold bulls. This might be the pullback, okay, that we've all been waiting for. Doesn't mean on a longer-term basis, but on a shorter-term basis, you better believe it, folks. Okay, look at this volume, 539,000 contracts. We check out the 5-minute. Now, I was on the air this morning when this bar here, okay, 16,000 contracts came in almost in the same few minutes. That just doesn't happen, folks, and that exacerbated things when it came in again. You had 10,000 contracts, okay, at 10 o'clock in the morning. These are 5-minute bars. You put things on an hourly. Okay, that was one of the biggest hours we had at 10 o'clock for volume. And that doesn't even include, let me zoom in. Yeah, that's the 10 o'clock bar. The 9 o'clock bar is the one that had the 15,000 shares. It was a straight shot. Volume all the way down until about 42.25. That's an hourly. We put things back on a 15-minute. The acceleration right at 10 o'clock. Okay, on a 15-minute basis, you did almost 30,000 contracts. You traded down to 42.20. And what do? You break below that with lighter volume. We're back above it. So there's your floor for right now. about 42.26 in gold. Now, as I talked about at the top of the upper, as these markets just continue to drift higher. Silver, my goodness, off by 5.2%. You're going to have the volume on silver. Already 175,000 contracts. You're going to be breaking it with volume, and even more pronounced on platinum. How about that bar? You're doing it on volume. Hey, look at platinum. Platinum's almost taken out all the trading it did over the last 2 or 3 weeks. You jump around to some of these equities, folks, okay? You have some of these big gainers, put a line in the sand, okay? Because this is how quickly 10% can disappear. All right, Vista, off by 10% today. Not talking about yesterday, today. Okay, one of the more volatile equities on the way up. The XAU, we're off by 6.8% right now. HUI off by 7% right now. Folks, they're nothing in the span of what we just did. But 7%, just like that. Okay, gold still sitting relatively healthy, but the run has been a little bit stratospheric here. We just went from 271 in the HUI to 700. Just like that. You trade down by almost $60 right now in the HUI. All right, we got plenty of stories circulating. Let's check out the banks. Jefferies. Banks rejoicing a bit, some of them. Jefferies up by 6.5. These stocks got pummeled yesterday. Zion up by 6% right now. Western Alliance up by 2.3% right now. And we take a look at the action. So, troubled real estate firm at the center of the bank's latest loan pitch, right? Southern California, in earlier this year, commercial real estate investment firm. Okay, they filed lawsuits against an investor group claiming they were manipulated loan structures. And yeah, they filed Wednesday, listed 16 addresses of portfolios, pledges collateral for more than $60 million loaned. Oof. They underwrote the loans in 2016 and 17. So the story is unraveling here. And as we know, it doesn't play out all at once. But nonetheless, you have banks under pressure yesterday, getting a little bit of a pop today. There's your bank ETF. You hit a low 156. We're trading right now at 59.10, up by 1.6%. We jump around to the big banks. No reprieve here. These banks traded lower yesterday and no reprieve. Markets up big, right? Markets up 45 points today. JP Morgan in the red. Bank of America, there's your boost, up by 2.2%. They really got pummeled yesterday. Citi up by 1.6% right now. Goldman down by 0.6%. Morgan in the red. Yeah, KKR got pummeled yesterday. Up by 0.6% today. And gold down by $67, 42.36. On a daily basis, we're going red. But on a weekly basis, still quite a bar on a weekly basis. We kicked off the week at about 4,000. We're at $4,236. We'll be right back, folks.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter, a must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. We have the S&P's up by 45, NASDAQ up by 205, and yeah, any of these inverse gold miners, man, you better believe it, man. So this one, Dust, this is the 200% inverse, okay, of the NYC ARCA from Direction, folks. And yeah, you better believe it's popping today. But buyer beware of these, folks. I'm not shorting gold just yet, and it seems like it's easy on these parabolic levels, but, you know, gold's been parabolic for months. And yeah, you talk about a run up by 15% today. That's a weekly. Let's put it on a daily. You know, all things considered, right? You're up 15% today, but you're also down from $30 to $10 from May 20th. And that gold contract, okay? Yeah, there's May. Let's see what we've done since August 26th. Yeah, almost cut in half. And I bring that up as in, I don't think a lot of people had this run happening from 3,400 to 4,400 over that period of about 6 weeks. Especially with the dollar not falling apart. Okay, you back it up to where the dollar was on August 26th. Right where it is right now. For gold to trade up that $1,000 during that period of time, folks, there's been a lot of calls every single day. Be careful shorting this gold market. Okay, longer term, this volume has been very real on gold. Doesn't get much prettier for quality volume than that. And on a weekly basis, we're going to have another massive green bar. Now, you give up the highs, okay? And yeah, it does matter that the daily is where you gave it up on all the volume. But on a weekly basis, you're going to have a nice big green bar with a bunch of volume. And on a monthly basis, I mean, the month that we're putting together right now for October, it's a big one on volume like we haven't seen before. And that's your monthly bar. It's better than the last month, better than the month before that, right? You got to go all the way back to 2024 to find a real monthly red bar. So on a shorter term basis, we have 1 day of selling right now in gold. And listen, I've been out there, okay, saying we're going to get some volatility. There'll be buys in this market, and there will. But be careful shorting this market, folks. We have volatility in both ways, and you got a lot of strength at gold's back. We have a Fed that's going to be cutting in 12 days. We have a Fed that's probably going to be cutting in less than 2 months again on December 10th. And then you're going to get a new chairperson in May, and the pressure is going to be to run this economy hot. And the good thing is that if they do cut rates, and they run the economy hot and there's inflation, at least they'll have room to hike rates. And that's the case they're going to make. And it's a reasonable case to make, okay? You even hear the chairman say it's not often that we're dealing with a weakening jobs economy at the same time you have inflation at 2.9%, okay, and accelerating. And so, of course, there's going to be disagreements, and nobody really knows where we end up. The market, though, we are escalating higher. S&Ps, yeah, up by another 49 points. We're at session highs right now, 67.17. You jump over the NASDAQ, NQ, session highs as well. All right, let's jump around to some of the AI stocks leading this market. NVIDIA, the chip stocks, up 1.2% today. Look at this thing. Checking out some of the volume on a daily basis. Quite a sell-off a week ago. From 195, we're basically sitting right where we were a week ago after some volatility each day this week for NVIDIA shares. Oracle as well. They're selling Oracle today, down by 7%. Yeah, and you got some volume, okay? So 10 days ago, last Tuesday, was the story that hit on their margin problems. Okay, they make a presentation yesterday that says that by 2030, everything's going to be all right. You get that spike high. And yeah, back in question this morning. You're going to deal with a lot of volatility in the short term on these equities. I mean, I'm an Oracle bull, folks, in the long term. But when you hear these companies talk about the profitability that they're about to achieve on a longer term basis, when they go out to like 2030, nobody knows what the world's going to be like in 2030, folks. Okay, where all this money's coming from, where all these AI centers, yes, it's going to be real, but there's going to be massive volatility in between in terms of estimates, where we get the cost and the profits. It's almost a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? You hear Oracle saying, of course, OpenAI can pay for the deals they've made. And then you see NVIDIA saying, of course, Oracle can buy the chips from us that they've said. And round we go. And yes, it's real, but there's going to be a massive amount of volatility in the short term. And in terms of meetings with China, yeah, the market likes to see this. So the Treasury Secretary is going to meet with will meet China's. Says he will meet China's. Am I not reading that headline right? He's going to speak with his Chinese counterpart, the Vice Premier, this evening ahead of a likely in-person meeting in Malaysia in a week. So they're going to speak on the phone, and then they're going to meet in person. Dialogue is always good. And this all started with Trump today, early this morning, okay, talking about that the Chinese tariffs were unsustainable, and they're his own tariffs. But as I said this morning, that's probably because he wants to come into that negotiation and have the rare earth restrictions be unsustainable, and the negotiation marches on. How about this one? Tricolor, the collapse, sends Fifth Third on a hunt for bad collateral, okay? They're going house to house through its loan collateral after the collapse and potential double pledging of autos to creditors. They found 2 discrepancies out of 120,000 vehicles and are tracking those exceptions down. The bank regards Tricolor episode as an isolated event after conducting an end-to-end review, but nonetheless, Fifth Third Bancorp execs house to house in search for that loan collateral. No discrepancies. They're worried, folks. People are worried about collateral and loans right now. And that's after, that they could face as much as $200 million in losses from that bankruptcy. That asset-backed finance portfolio. Man. What is their symbol? FITB. See, up by 1.3% today. Down from a recent high of 46, but they got some selling. Amazon shares down 0.5%. NVIDIA up by 1.1%. And the gold contract. So, listen, I know it's tempting to short it, folks, okay? And on a daily, yeah, it is rolling over right now. That is a bullish engulfing of a large day yesterday. But on a weekly basis, be careful. There's a lot of strength in gold right now. On a weekly basis, you got a big green bar. On a monthly, you're coming into it as well. All right, folks. I got to wrap it up here early for today. I got to jump out on the office, take care of a few things. But I'll see you back here Monday morning at 9 o'clock. Folks, thanks so much for tuning in. I'm sorry I got to run, but I do. Have a great weekend, a safe weekend, and we'll see you Monday at 9 o'clock in the morning, folks. Have a great one.
Attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.